Hi, guys. Welcome to the Get It Done podcast with Erin, the podcast where I talk to business owners about their business, allowing them to share their business, their experience in business, their story behind their business, why they're doing it, how they're doing it. The reasoning for the podcast is basically to destroy the spirit of fear. So I've talked to so many different people, um, and they have plans of starting a business. For whatever reason, they're not doing it. Well, the reasoning that they're not doing it is because the core of it is because they're scared. So they have a fear of one thing or another. So my hopes, my prayer for the podcast is that something that is said, some story that is shared, either from me or from the guests on the show, is that they are inspired to just get up and get it done. And hopefully the spirit of fear, because of something that we said, is removed out of their life. I think it is a very powerful thing to hear a thing. I don't know why I'm like, but it's a very powerful thing to hear a thing. It's a lot of times where I hear certain things and instantly my mind is changed because of something that I heard. So hopefully, prayerfully, that is what happens through this podcast. I am Erin. This podcast is sponsored by Matilda's Corner. Matilda's Corner is all natural plant-based skincare services and products. And is also my business. It's my baby. So the podcast is sponsored. Everything that I do is sponsored by Matilda's Corner. So I'm super excited about where the podcast is going, the things that I am doing. If you are watching this video, go ahead and subscribe now. If you are listening to the video, go ahead and like, comment, rate, all of the things, do it. Um, this coming Sunday, I just started. I had episode 1 of my new podcast, Girl Talk. It's called Girl Talk Sunday with Erin. I always, well, my last intro of it, I was like, forgot the name. It was horrible. So it's called Girl Talk Sunday with Erin. So I usually do it. It will not be every Sunday. I do it on some Sundays. But I have one coming up this Sunday. I'm super excited about it. So this week's topic is self-care. Episode 1 was the episode featured like some of my favorite friends, so that was exciting as well. What else is going on? This is episode 49. Like, the time is flying. I am talking to so many amazing business owners about their business. I've learned so much. I've met so many people. And I'm just excited about where this is going. So my next episode is episode 50. Like, what? I'm about to hit 50 episodes. So I'm watching the numbers like increase so fast. And how I got here is only by God's grace. Like, I was thinking about this earlier, like, this was just an idea and I just got up. So how this podcast came about, we have a few minutes because I'm still waiting on the guests. But how this episode came about is not this episode, how this podcast was created. So God placed it on my heart that He wanted me to do a podcast. This was a while ago, and then I didn't have the clarity on what the podcast was going to be. He just told me that I was going to do a podcast. So one day I was watching a video. He was like, boom, do the podcast. Like, this is the same day that my first episode went live. So he told me to do the podcast. I figured out how to get on this platform. I contacted a couple people about the podcast. And then that very night, I was talking to a business owner that I have never met before. We didn't know each other or anything. So most of the people on the podcast are people that I've never met before. These are just people that are in business, and I just want to hear their story. So with that situation, with like, and that is just a great testament of us being obedient to what God tells us to do when He calls us to get up and get to it. So He told me to do the podcast. Like I said, I found this the streaming platform. I got the guest, and then that night I was live doing a podcast. I had no idea what I was doing. I don't even remember what questions I asked her. I'm gonna go back and like look at episode one. But this has been a great joy of mine. Like, I am having the time of my life podcasting. I don't know where this is going to end up. I don't know where it's headed. I pray over it all the time, just as I do pray about Matilda's Corner. Um so nothing will come from this but blessings. I'm excited to see where it is, but this is like my other baby. So Matilda's Corner is my first baby. The Get It Done podcast with Erin is my second baby, and I just birthed another baby. What is it called? See, I keep forgetting the name of it. It is. Do mamas forget the names of their babies? Like, that is the craziest thing. Oh, Girl Talk Sunday with Erin. So I'm still working all that out and figuring it out, and it's still new. This is still new. Like, I still don't know what I'm doing with the Get It Done podcast with Erin, but I'm figuring it out, like I said. And that is the thing. That's the key to starting a thing. So I'm a great example of just getting up and getting the thing done. It does not have to be perfect. Nothing that I am doing is perfect. After a while, like as far as a facial, I could probably do a full facial with my eyes closed because I've given so many facials. But when I started, I didn't know what I was doing. Like when I got out of esthetician school, yeah, I knew the basics, but I didn't really know skin like I know skin now. But I know it. It's because I got up and I did the thing. So um my thing to you, my advice to you, my advice to everybody that I talk to that is just simply scared to do it is just do it. Like, it does not have to be perfect. And I think that spirit of it's not right yet, it's not ready yet, it's not perfect, or I don't know what that thing is that people carry with them, but it gives them the reason not to start. And it, no matter how long you wait, how much you prepare, it's not going to be perfect because you can't perfect it until you get in it. And that is a word. That goes with a business idea. I was just talking to one of my friends about this earlier. That goes with a relationship, that anything that we are doing with schooling, with learning, like anything is, you cannot perfect the craft until you get inside it and do it. Like my friendships, the relationships that I have with people are what they are. It's only because of the time that we've put in, the dedication that we both put into those relationships. Same thing with a business. It won't get perfected. You cannot craft it until you get into it to do it. So that's all I got. Like that's that's all that would be the word of advice, because it looks like we're not going to be able, I mean, I don't know what happened to that tonight's guest, but I'm about to close it up because there is only an 8-minute grace period. But the word of the day, my advice to someone, because this is one of the questions that I ask guests, like, what advice would you have to give to um someone that's just scared to do the thing? My advice that I have to give to them, which is also the word of the day, I would say, is that you can't perfect it until you get into it. So get into it, get it done, and it'll work its way out. Don't forget to say your prayers. Don't forget to thank God for your blessings. Don't forget to take care of your crusty skin. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to do all of the things. Is there anything else that I have? Sunday. Girl Talk Sunday with Erin. Girl Talk Sundays with Erin. I have to say it over and over before it is easily able to flow off of my tongue. But I'm super excited about that. Again, this Sunday's episode is focused on self-care. So I'm getting together again with a bunch of strangers. So these people I don't know. But I'm getting together with a bunch of girls Sunday, and we are going live, having the conversation, like I said, and we are focusing on self-care. Um, the benefits of all things self-care. So I'm excited about it. But like I said, don't forget to thank God for your blessings. Don't forget to say your prayers, and don't forget to take care of your crusty skin, girl. Bye.